It was a perfect opportunity to, put out the surprise just before she came home. And my darling, what a surprise and a shocker she got. Hi there, thank you for clicking into this video to watch it. My name is Ezine, but of course you can call me Zini. If this is your first time here, please do not make it your last. Hit the subscribe button below to be a part of this wonderful and amazing family, okay you guys? In today's video, I bring to you our love stories, okay you guys? I'm so excited because it's been a while since I came on here, okay, to bring or talk about our love stories, okay? You know, love stories is that section or that segment on this channel where we talk about real life situations, okay? We hear people complain or talk about what is going on in their love life, in their marriages, in their relationships, and we offer them the best advice and the best help, okay, as logically and non-sentimentally as we can, okay? On this platform there is no judging, so you can also send your love stories. Please send it to my DM, send it via email, and we're going to go straight into today's video. You guys see, today's love story is very interesting, it's very intriguing, and this is one actually trivial and controversial aspect of marriages or relationships that so many people, especially women, have to deal with, okay, because of, you know, patriarchy and the host of others, okay you guys? Actually, from the title of the video you already have an idea of the particular issue that we're trying to address. Yes, so let's talk about this particular one. This person came on here to say that she's in a dilemma and needs serious suggestions on what to do. So 2 weeks ago, so this thing happened like literally this year 2023 that I am filming this video, and literally in this month of November 2023 that I am filming this video as well. She had rushed to the market to get what they were going to eat, and she left her child of 1 year and 2 months with the little niece. So on getting to their estate, she saw her husband's car parked outside in the compound, and she was surprised because he had gone to work earlier that day and wasn't supposed to be back, you know, until evening time. Meanwhile, while she was out, he called to find out where she was, and she told him, you know, what she had gone to do and that she was going to rush to the salon to make her hair from there. So she was going to stay a little while, but she was sure that the kids were going to be safe because she will be communicating with her little niece, okay, to make sure that everything in the house was okay and that her little baby was fine. So the husband just said okay and hung up. So you can imagine her surprise now seeing this man's car outside the house. She felt, okay, this man is home because he wants to surprise me. Maybe there's something he bought for me, or there's something he wants to do, and maybe, you know, it all makes sense. That's probably why he called to know if she was around, and luckily she was not around. So I mean, it was a perfect opportunity to, you know, put out the surprise just before she came home. And my darling, what a surprise and a shocker she got. So she went to the door and saw that the door was unlocked. She decided to go through the back door, which is the kitchen door, because sometimes she always left the kitchen door unlocked in cases of emergency. So she said she entered and saw her little baby of 1 year, 2 months sleeping soundly on the couch in the parlor, while the little niece who was supposed to be taking care of this child was nowhere to be found and apparently did not even know that her aunt had come back home. So she felt, oh, maybe the girl is probably taking her bath. She wanted to call out the girl's name, but something just held her and was like, calm down, don't call her name. You might be calling that name now and you wake this little baby up. So she decided to wait. She decided to wait. So she said, okay, you know what, let her go to her room instead, okay, like her matrimonial room where she and her husband sleeps. While she was approaching the room, she began to hear noises. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting. She says she decided to tiptoe, you know, closer, just the way it happens in Nollywood movies. She tiptoed closer, and then she began to hear things that broke her heart. You know, she was hearing her little niece saying things like, my auntie will beat me, and her own husband kept begging the little girl not to cry, that he was going to take her to get ice cream and meat pie, he was going to buy a lot of it for her, and she doesn't even need to tell her auntie, because I mean, how will your auntie beat you if your auntie doesn't find out about what is going on, about what you did or about what we've done, okay? So she angrily kicked the door open, and then she met her husband on their matrimonial bed, naked. Okay, you see, emphasis on the word naked. Please, those of you that have American accents, I hope I said it very well, you know, just the way you say in it. He was naked on his matrimonial bed with his wife's niece. Okay, as soon as she came in, her husband knelt down, and was begging, obviously saying it was the work of the devil. The little niece couldn't even plead to say, "Oh, auntie, I'm sorry, I did not want it." She was just crying profusely. She couldn't say anything to her husband. So the next thing she did was she just took her niece out of the room, went to put clothes on her, and took her to the hospital to get tested immediately. After she had gotten the test results, she went straight to the police station to report the case, and her husband was arrested. Ogene, Biko, clap for her. Clap for this woman. We didn't even give her a name in today's story. But we can deal with that later. So it's been a week now, and her in-laws are threatening fire and brimstone that she should get her husband released so that they can settle the whole thing amicably. Her mother-in-law has been calling and threatening that if anything happens to their son, that she will be held responsible. Her pastor also called and said that she should not allow the devil to destroy her home. Shengbo, I'm coming to that part first. She has been getting different threats here and there, and now she's confused because she actually just loves her husband, and she really is not particularly happy that he's arrested, he was in jail, and she was the one who called for the arrest. But at the same time, she feels guilty and pained because she cannot imagine herself letting her husband go scot-free for doing that kind of a thing to a little girl. And she's now asking for our help and saying, please, what do we do? You guys, as we always do on all our love story episodes, you've listened to the story. This is the gist. Now leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Then we're going to go into this conversation, okay? I'm going to leave you to that. So you see, first of all, I'm going to start from the very bottom of this story, okay? And which is that part where the pastor said she should not allow the devil to destroy her home. So apparently, who is the devil? Her little niece. Mind you, this woman has a 1 year and 2 months old daughter that is also going to be under the care and custody of a pedophile. So right now, her niece is the devil that is trying to destroy her home. The first thing I'm going to say, first of all, is from my own personal opinion, of course, is she needs to stop calling that man her pastor. Or maybe I'll say it like this: she really needs to pray hard, except God speaks to her and says, my daughter, regardless of this thing that he has done at this particular time, because pastors are humans as well, you need to remain in this church. But if not, she needs to pray hard and leave that church. Yes, I say so. Because for heaven's sake, why will you see a situation where a man sexually abuses a little child and you're telling the wife not to allow the little girl, who is supposedly the devil in this case, to destroy her home? Before you know it now, they'll say that his village people that sent her. You are now telling her by implication that it is okay to remain in that marriage. Like, she should put the next thing now. Let me tell you, the next thing is going to be, call your husband, and then you people should sit down and just, forgive him and let everything go, and then he'll make amends. Now, another thing I'm going to tell you is that this woman was actually very brave. She's a Gen Z mom, and she did a great job there. She took the little girl to go get tested immediately, for bruises, to check. And I am sure there was confirmation that there was forced penetration. It would have been a different thing, if I was to agree with the pastor, if this is not the first time this thing has been happening. Maybe it has happened once, 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, under her nose, where the husband has been sleeping with the niece and she was not aware. And the niece did not come up to tell her or any other member of their family, so that somebody at least can know what is happening in the home. But for the first time, your husband is abusing this girl. You've gone to get results, and you've seen that there were bruises, there were signs of forced penetration, and then this person is telling you, you should reconcile. It is a family matter. Let me tell you, that family matter, the way those people are doing, okay, that mother-in-law is doing, is that they will just tell you, forgive your husband. Then the next thing you also hear is, he's a man. Yes, he's a man. Please, even if you want to give men the right to cheat, does it now mean that all the girls in this world, in Nigeria, in Africa, in Europe, everywhere around the world, you guys, I don't know why the sun is crazy today, was not enough for this man, and he decides to cheat on his wife with her 12-year-old niece in Okwano? Because that is what this family matter is going to end up in. And honestly, I am hoping, my darling, if you're watching this and if you read my comments, you are doing well. Do not give up. Fight that case. Family members, In fact, one of the things that always surprises me is that whenever things like this happen in a marriage or in a relationship, it is always the women who are attached to the person who is victimizing the other that is always, putting down the other woman who is involved in some of these situations. It is always women saying all sorts of things. Her mother-in-law. Please, if you're a mother-in-law or you're watching this video, you have a child, or imagine yourself, even if you're not married yet, imagine yourself, okay, getting news that your sister's husband or something raped your child or your other sister's child. How are you going to feel? That is the first thing that should come to anybody's mind whenever things like this are reported. What would you do then? You would get that person arrested, right? You will make sure that he faces the full wrath of the law. Or, at least let's assume, for example, that he's supposed to go to, 10 years in jail. You can make him go to maybe like 5 or 6 years in jail. But at least let him or just get free for waiting. Please, he's going to remain in that jail, because if you settle the family matter now, remember, my darling, that you have a 1-year-old child who is also going to become 6 years old tomorrow, or 12 years old tomorrow, or 15 or 20 years old. And the same man will approach her whether you like it or not. He has that tendency in him. That is just it. Because let me tell you, it's a different thing for a man to be having extramarital affairs, okay, outside of his marriage, and it is another thing for him to be having this extramarital affairs with someone who is underage and as little as the age of 12, not even a teenager, not a young adult, not a growing adult. A man may hang up one day can not between the ages of maybe like 22 to 25 to 28. It's not that, but a little child. What they are called are pedophiles. What happens? How can you entrust your kids in marriage to that kind of person, especially what you have are female children? What I think the conclusion of this matter should be, first of all, like I said, so many people were saying, in the initial comments, that she should divorce her husband and everything. While that is possible and there are grounds for it, because the only reason that I have seen, in fact, that the Bible allows for divorce is in the case of infidelity, where the husband is sleeping with another woman, or the wife in the marriage is sleeping with another man. That is where divorce is allowed and permitted in the Bible. Okay, yes. So if she decides to divorce him, she is on her right. Peradventure she decides to work on this relationship, the first thing she wants to do is to get a lawyer and to get separated. Yes, if that home is going to be fixed, if that marriage is going to be fixed, which I don't see very possible, and which is why, if you look at it very well, divorce is the most tenable and the best solution to this problem. Because even if they sort out their marriages, okay, in the long run, when the little girl grows, she's always going to remember that Uncle so and so raped me. Oh, your father raped me when I was little. And it is going to bring animosity. It is going to continue to build grudge in the heart of the family members. These family members are going to be torn apart. It is going to ruin the life of the other offsprings that will come out from that marriage. So like I was saying, the best thing, first of all, if she wants to work on her marriage and she doesn't want to divorce, is to go separate ways. Yes, let them be separated officially. That is why I said she needs to get a lawyer, get separated from this man, and then they can begin to have their family meetings. If the man needs to go for therapy, or has a high sex drive, or has one demonic spirit that is tormenting him, that is making him to do those kind of things, perhaps other truths are going to come out about other little girls that he has been sleeping with, or that he has been cheating on his wife with. Okay, the truth might eventually come out, but he's going to go for therapy. If his deliverance he needs to go for, he's going to go for deliverance. Their marriage, everything will be discussed and be sorted out between the two families. And peradventure, in the course of the separation, the other family, okay, that is the victim of this sexual abuse, does not agree, then they can go their separate ways. Yes. So my darling, you are right. Women, ladies, no matter how much you love a man, do not stoop so low as to allow this man to abuse you, abuse your life, abuse your family, and you stay there in the name of love. See, every day I come to understand why they say that love is not enough in marriage. Because you can love a man, but every day before he goes to bed, he uses hammer to hit you on your lap or on your back. And then when you wake up in the morning, he wakes up by carrying a bucket of water and pouring it on you, and then flogging you with koboko. He loves you and you love him. It is not enough for him to love you. It is not enough for you to love him. There are things he does that shows that this man respects you, that this man honors you, that this man will not go out of his way to hurt you or to do things that will hurt you or people around you. Because let me tell you, loving somebody is not just giving them. Loving somebody means you love the people or the things around that person. And when you love people around you, you will not hurt them. You will not hurt that person or hurt the people around that person, because you know that hurting the people around her is going to make her unhappy. And because you want her to be happy as a result of the love you have for her, you will not do such. So love is not even the case here. What can be sorted? So my darling, if you're in a similar situation or you know somebody who is in a similar situation, the best solution at this case or at this time is to go separate ways. While he's still in jail, file for that separation. In the course of the separation, let the issue be sorted out and dealt with, and whatever conclusion you all arrive at in the course of the separation, okay, and the family discussions or court discussions, in case if you decide to take it to court, you can now work with that. All right, thank you guys for watching this video till the end. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with what I have said here? Let me know in the comment section below. If you do not agree, I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your thoughts, what you think about this situation, what she should do. Should she listen to her pastor, to her mother-in-laws and other in-laws that are, threatening her and bringing fire and brimstone? I'd like to hear all of those wonderful thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Till I come your way next time in my next video, this is your girl Zini signing out.